All right, we're back. So I'm going to show you guys quickly how the functions work. So firstly, you're obviously going to want your OpenAI open. We can hop into a new chat so I can show you how easy this is. So we can come back to the dashboard. You obviously need to make sure I recommend before getting your functions installed, you actually just get your assistants working. So this is not producing assistants for you. Your assistants have to be made here. Come into your platform, OpenAI, assistants, create, and then make a new assistant. You guys can fill in all the data here. For this case, we're going to this one. You can see I have these functions. And we are going to be focusing on this one. So CoinGecko offers a pretty robust API call. It's actually very easy to use. I have this already live in a Python environment. And these are the two functions that we need to install into the code. So in this case, for me, it's a little bit more difficult because I'm actually on a network site. But you actually want to come into your, if you're on a network site as well, come into your actual site that you have it live on. You can post this later to other ones. It won't let you edit it from the network admin. Come in, code editor. Okay. That shouldn't be empty. Let me fix that. I've got all my files stored elsewhere. Can just open it here. Wrong one. Personal includes open. I can copy all of this back into here. Save. What is this last? Get coin prices. Perfect. So come in here, click code editor, copy it all. Not Photoshop. You'd come in here, let's go new text file, PHP, paste it in. This just lets you read it so you can see your marks are closed properly. We have get coin prices, so we want this new one that we just made. I'm going to leave this CoinGecko one in so that you can tell ChatGPT how to respond. So I'm going to start again. What you would do, come in here, come to your functions. I'll provide this one for you guys so that you can copy it. I need you to translate a few things for me from Python to PHP. These are functions for an OpenAI assistant. I will provide two examples that I need you to imitate when translating. I do not need any code yet. Cool. So we can paste that one in, and then the very important part is coming in here. We can close this, close that. In your API handler, the functions file, we can copy this. I've done it again. So these are the same thing. So, I mean, you guys can just open another file, it's fine. I wouldn't say this though, because this is an actual live file, but just for the example, you come up here and you'll find this. Functions placed above this line. Functions placed below this line. Your coin prices is here. You need to make sure, the reason I recommend you do this in Visual Studio Code is because you can see the brackets closing. You might have issues with this specifically right here. So make sure that this is closing correctly. You may need an extra one here if your arguments aren't closed, but just make sure that this one is closing down here, and then this blue one is closing this one. Regardless, you can copy this. We will go back to ChatGPT. Here is the JSON retrieval. Cool. Now I can come in here. We can start with the function itself. Let it finish the response because it's going to use it as context. All right. So we can paste that in. You guys obviously need to have ChatGPT 4. When you're making your assistants, you also need to add money into your usage. So if you go settings, billing, make sure that you guys have credit here, because otherwise your assistants will not work. Perfect. So this looks structured much better. You can just see it, it looks better. If you want to, you can come in here. Don't paste it in there, obviously. Above this line, file, we can copy it. I am clicking everything today. Come back, close this, functions, code editor, paste this, save. All right. And now we can get this. Awesome. Can you translate this one next for the retrieval? Perfect. So let's see what it makes. If tool call, training search list, tool outputs, ID, correct, else. Yes, so the one annoying thing is that this is going to often make a lot of comments. The comments are okay. You can just include them anyway. But for now, so just exit out, make sure these are all the same. Yep, perfect. And leave the comments in there for now. We can come back and change those later, but they're not an issue. They look bad in the code. They don't actually make any functional difference. So I have the entire thing copied. We can paste it in. Make sure, yeah, save. Perfect. All right, there should be a little bit of debugging in there for you so that if there is an issue, it'll come up in your debug log and it should tell you what the issue was. But now I can come in here, what cryptos are trending, and that should work. Perfect, so it didn't work. So maybe that's a good thing. This already had my previous one, assuming right. So apologies. The issue was that I actually didn't remove the one from yesterday. I did try to get this working yesterday, but where are we? Functions, get trending search list. So we can change that. These don't really matter. Perfect, so I can come in and now I actually edit it. Might kick you out sometimes. You just have to go back in and find the file, code editor. I wouldn't recommend changing so much of the code, which is why in my case I've got FileZilla and I can open edit the code in Visual Studio. That is much easier. It makes the process a whole lot better. Then you can actually see the issues, get your debugs, whatever. We can test this again now. So we actually already are submitting the tool outputs, so we don't need this. I believe that was the issue. this is the kind of debugging that you will have to go through. Obviously, I am not an ace at this kind of stuff, but you know, the code works the way that I needed it to, and it's available for everyone to use. It's all open source, so there's nothing hidden. I recommend, if you guys want functions or you actually do create modular designs and you create extra pieces, then I can publish them if I find them useful to the official plugin if you guys would like to. We can try this again now. I'm just going to do with a clear, just in case. It usually doesn't make a difference, but yeah, why not? Right, what cryptos are trending? Let's see. Like I said before, sometimes the function responses take a little while. And the debugs don't seem to be making anything else. We can double check what's happening in there quickly. There we go. So it actually has returned the response. Here are some cryptos, 5%. If you do want to use the CoinGecko one, you can actually change your decimal points because something like this is a little bit ridiculous. But in the case of Catcoin, whatever that is, you are obviously going to need these zeros. So maybe it forced that. But there you go. So adding the functions, this is as easy as I can understand it to be currently. You do need some sort of code experience, like I showed you. As long as you understand the structure, then it's not that bad. When you guys are editing these files, please, please, please do not change anything else. Make sure you are placing it above these lines, below these lines. Same thing in this one. It's not as devastating, but this always needs to be the top so that you can actually call your identifiers. And when you're making your identifiers, very simple. You can add as many as you need to. Come in here, give it an identifier, test 1, 2, 3. Blah, 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 put your key in, save. And then next time you're in here, you can use this exact same call and just chuck your Airtable leads in there. Or in this case, it would be test 1, 2, 3. But there we go. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys have any questions, chuck them down. You guys can find me in the website, prompt me in the assistant. You can actually give the assistant a go. I'll leave that the CoinGecko calls in there so you can test it. See how the widget actually works. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.